Hello and welcome into this tutorial, which is about arm warmer. I have already shared with you this plan that I had about making an arm warmer some time ago in another video, which I will link it up here. So I had in mind this arm warmer, which I saw everywhere. I just wanted the very simple one that you just cover your arms. So I went on with the pattern that I made, and actually this pattern turned out even better of what I thought. Once I paired it with a very simple top, it just gave me the vibes of Audrey Hepburn. It just gave me that classic vibe. I have also developed some other sizes for you, which you can find in my website. The link is in the description box, and also all the written pattern, you can find it over there as well in case you need a written pattern for this arm warmer. So if you are new around here, I really hope you're going to subscribe for more content like this. And if you are already a subscriber for some time ago, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps a lot. So without further ado, let's just get into it. For this project, I'm using a yarn from Ice Yarns, which is 80% acrylic and 20% polyamide, 50 grams per skein, approximately 170 meters long, and a 2.5 mm hook. I started with a slip knot and I crocheted 350 stitches in total. This yarn is quite thin, so it takes a lot of chains to cover the needed length. Once I finished crocheting 350 stitches, I started the first row. I skipped the first chain and I inserted the hook at second chain from the hook and crocheted a single crochet. I continued crocheting one single crochet on each chain until I had 42 single crochet stitches. I used the marker for the last single crochet stitch. It helped a lot on each row to know exactly where single crochet stitches started. Then at the 43rd chain, I crocheted a double crochet. Yarn over, insert the hook at the chain stitch and pulled a loop. Then yarned over again and closed the first two loops. Yarned over again and closed the last two loops. I continued crocheting double crochet stitches until I had 264 double crochet stitches in total. Once I finished 264 double crochet stitches, I crocheted one single crochet stitch on the next chain and put a marker on it. Then I continued crocheting single crochet stitches to the end of the row, which was another 41 single crochet stitches. So the two ends have 42 single crochet stitches each, and the middle section 264 double crochet stitches. Then I started the second round. From this round and on, all the single crochet stitches will be crocheted on back loop only. So I turned my work, found the back loop of the first stitch and single crochet. I continued crocheting on back loop 42 single crochet stitches. Remembering to place the marker at the last single crochet stitch. You will start to see some kind of ribbing pattern since I'm working on back loop only. For the middle section, I crocheted again 264 double crochet stitches. Inserting the hook on both loops. The back loop is only for the single crochet sections. This is how my work looked like once I transitioned at the middle section. Then once I finished the 264 double crochet stitches, I took out the marker and crocheted the single crochet section in back loop only. I crocheted again 42 single crochet stitches, back loop, and keeping the marker at the last stitch of the single crochet section always. Once I arrived at the end, I made one chain, turned my work, and started the third row, in which I repeated the pattern of the second row again. So I found the back loop of the first stitch and crocheted a single crochet. Then I continued for another 41 stitches with single crochet stitches, back loop only. In the middle section, I crocheted 264 double crochet stitches, and for the last 42 stitches, I crocheted single crochet stitches in back loop. As you can probably have guessed by now, I will continue to repeat the pattern 42 single crochet stitches back loop, 264 double crochet stitches, then 42 single crochet stitches back loop, back and forth until I have 42 rows in total. The measurements of the crocheted panel for size XS are approximately 149 cm or 58.5 inch long, 36 cm or 14 inch high. As for the cuff part, the height was 14 cm or 5.5 inch and 16 cm or 6.5 inch long. Once arrived at the end, I made one more chain, then I pulled some yarn for doing the sewing and I cut the yarn. I folded the panel matching the upper single crochet section with down single crochet section and upper double crochet section with a down double crochet section. I kept the markers since they help a lot with the sewing. This way I was sure that I wasn't going to have any mix with the sections. Then with a very simple sewing stitch, I started sewing both sides together, making sure that the stitches on both sides match. I sewed approximately 41 cm or 16 inch on one side and went on to sew the same length on the other side, which formed the two sleeves. The opening part were the part where my shoulders were covered. I would suggest to try it on and make adjustments according to your body. If you see that the back opening is too big, sew a bit more on the sleeves. So, how does it look?